Howdy. Good morning. My name is Rob, and you're watching Junk Monkey Treasures. I am an old treasure hunter. I go out to thrift stores, yard sales, estate sales, antique malls, just anywhere I can find things that I can buy and either add to my personal collection or sell online for a profit so we can get back out there and do it all over again. Speaking of which, we've got some treasure going out of here today. First off, if you've been watching in one of my Goodwill bins videos, we found this Griswold cast iron skillet. And I think I may have told everybody it was worth between $100 and $200. At the time, I actually believed that. This pan was extremely gunked up, crusty. It needed to be cleaned and reseasoned. And cleaning cast iron is a little bit of a trick to it. It's not hard by any stretch of the imagination, but it can take several days. I use an electrolysis tank. It's where I run electricity through it. It's in a tank of water that's got some washing soda in it. I'll make another video showing you how I do that. But this one came out pretty clean. And when we're reseasoning, I noticed that the bottom is warped. And in cast iron circles, that's known as a spinner. When you set it on a flat surface, the little bit of a warp in the bottom of it makes it spin instead of just set flat. So that severely impacted the value of this thing. So I listed it over the weekend for $60, and I turned on offers, and I had a guy send me several questions. Now, normally when somebody's asking you a whole bunch of questions, that's a red flag. However, this guy is an actual cast iron person. He sells cast iron also. He's a professional cast iron restoration person. And questions he was asking were pertinent questions. He wanted to know just how bad it was warped. So I sent him pictures with different angles and some flat edges run across it. Anyway, we came to an agreement. I took $30 for this. Time to just move it on. No, $35 plus shipping. He's all in right at $70 for the pan. And if he can get that little bit of a warp out of it, well, then he can make some money on it too. Always leave a little meat on the bone for things like this. So anyway, we made $35 plus shipping on this. We bought it at the bins. We probably paid less than $5 for it. So we did really good on that one. So we'll get that boxed up and sent to its new home. We also sold in a very recent video, we picked up a Sony VCR DVD combo unit with the remote. And we sold this, and it's getting shipped all the way to Florida. But no big deal. I'll get it boxed up and get it shipped out of here. We had it listed for $89, turned on offers, got a $60 offer. And I was like, no, I can get more than that for it. So anyway, they said they wanted it for their daughter because they had just inherited or got back their childhood VHS collection and needed a machine to watch them on. So they hit me at 60, and I went back and I'm like, I'd really like to get 75 for it. They countered at 70. I'm like, I just got it, just listed it, quick flip, make the profit, get in and out, turn the profit into something else. So we did, and we sold it for $70 plus shipping. The buyer's going to be in just under $100, and we'll get this boxed up and shipped out to them. And next, I keep telling you guys, VHS tapes sell great for me, and I also keep telling you that everybody out there bad-mouthing the Disney Black Diamond VHS are wrong. No, they're not worth the thousands of dollars like the myth thinks they are, the internet thinks they are. There's a lot of people that fall for that. But they do actually sell. Beauty and the Beast. This is probably the third Black Diamond VHS tape that I've sold in the past 5 or 6 days. So they do sell, and I only pay 10 to 25 cents for them. And yeah, it is the Black Diamond one. But I pay 10 to 25 cents for these. I sell them anywhere from $5 to $10 a piece, and I sell a lot of them. I've shown you, and you can see in the background of a lot of my videos, a big stack of these Black Diamond Disney VHS. I keep them in back stock. Every time I sell one, I just reach on the shelf and I grab another one and I replace the listing. It's just easy money. It's easy listing. I buy them cheap. They're easy to test. It's easy to clean up the case and everything. They're easy to store, easy to list, and easy to ship. It's just easy money, so I'll take it all day, every day. So there we go. That's what's going out of here today. We're going to get you into a thrift store at some point today. So like and subscribe. Come along for the ride. Let's get out there and see what kind of treasures we can find today. And just like that, we are in. There were a couple of fresh carts waiting on me when I got here. I grabbed this red vase. I think it's modern, but we're going to look it up. And we found this little box, decorated. It's very heavy, so carved stone, and we're going to look that up. And we're on my favorite aisle where all the figurines and art glass and things like that. There is a ceramic penguin. That's new. Some votive holders. Ooh, baggies. I like baggies. Those are candles. That particular vase has been migrating around the shop or the store. Who knows what that is? It's actually a flower vase. It sits like this. I saw that recently and I was completely confused by it. I had to Google lens it. Hey Heather.
Hi, how are you?
Pretty good. How are you today?
It's my Tuesday, so probably not going to be good till like Thursday or Friday.
Yeah. Every day is my Monday. All right. I'll bring you back in if we find anything. All right, here we are on my second favorite aisle. Not that it's less favorite than the other, it's just as in numbers. That didn't make sense. That sounded better in my head than it did out loud. That's a neat bottle. See if it's got any signatures anywhere. No signatures, it's not marked. I was hoping that said Italy on the bottom of it. Maybe this one does. Nope, Home Designs. Couple of little clay ramekins that are gonna get left here. Those are old whiskey bottles, 3-piece mold. $2.49 each they want for these. It's got an applied lip. You can see one mold seam on the shoulder, then another that runs the length of the bottle all the way up to the applied lip. Quite honestly, I don't think they have a lot of value. We'll leave those here. Be neat to find out in the wilderness, though. Let's see. What is this one gonna be? Home Designs. I love pottery fish plates. Clay art. Made in China. We'll leave that here. What I don't pick up are these terracotta fish baking things. What do I got here? Salt and pepper set. There's a cactus and a couple of people. Unmarked. We'll leave those here. That little green dish is still here. What is this purple? Ooh, that's heavy, and it's color flashed, with the color flashing coming off of it. Kind of surprised me at how heavy it was. What is this blue bottle? It is color flashed. It's got the clear bottom and the knurling. You look through the center of it, you can see the bottom of it is clear. That's one of the things I look for. Another that if I see not for food use, or if I see dishwasher safe, that's the kind of stuff that I know is just too modern for my taste. Doesn't mean it's a bad item, it just means I'm not interested in it. All right, let's see what we got around here. I'm gonna check this end cap, and I don't see anything. Cute little piggy, got them big eyelashes. Just for giggles, I'll see if it's marked. KK. No, KK, you did a really good job of painting those eyelashes. What is that? Is that a juicer? Pasta maker. Huh. Sometimes this kind of stuff can be valuable. We might come back later and look that up. Right now we're on the hunt for vintage. And I see that looks like a mermaid tail. Well, that's the wrong part of the mermaid that we would like to see. Sorry. That was bad. But I stand by it. Let's see. There's some neat little cordials. There's a matching creamer. There is a ruby cut to clear cordial and Demitage. Dated 19. It's kind of messed up, isn't it?
I hate that they separate the 79 cents.
I know. Just put everything on one aisle like you used to.
Like it used to be.
What they need to do is extend these aisles about one or two more sections.
I don't think they will, though.
That was Heather, and she has an opinion. What they did is we've got dishes on two separate aisles. They put sets and higher end stuff on one aisle, and they put all the regular stuff on this aisle. I find more on this aisle than I do the stuff that they believe is more valuable. Case in point, these two little ruby flash cut to clear. That one is marked 1910 for 79 cents. And this one is marked 1908 for 79 cents. So we will absolutely take those. Is there any more hiding up in there? Oh, I don't see any. Did you guys see anything I missed? Let me know in the comments. That looks mid-century. A little beat up. Things like that, if it's in great shape and it's a set and it's got things other than just the little cups or bowls, can be good. I think that's probably either Libby or Oraco from France. Any nice lamps? There's a barley twist wood one down there. Looks like wood. Right there. No, it's plastic made to look like wood. There's a neat one, but it's really beat up and missing its shade. Okay, folks, I'm gonna bring you back in when we find something. Over on the toy aisle, there's some more large marble figurines, the 12-inch ones. I swear, I think in 10 or 15 years, those will be the new thing that everybody wants. But we found another bag of Lego for $4.79. Unfortunately, there are no minifigures in it. There's not many pieces in it, and the pieces that are here they're not Star Wars, they're not Marvel, they're not DC. They're just, I don't know, some weird little set. There's a Robin Hood hat, I think, but I'm not paying $4.79 just to get a single hat for a minifig. So we're gonna leave that one here, and we'll move on and see if there's anything else. Let's see if there's anything in the plush that grabs my attention from afar, and there is not. They still got all these starting lineup things here. Anything in the vases? Somebody come through and wiped out all the vases, or just about all of them. We do have people that come in, they're florists and decorators and whatnot. They'll come in and all the cheap vases, they will grab a cart full of them. Let me check this hardware aisle. I'll bring you in if I find any. Now the furniture aisle, and we've come across this. This is a vintage folding rocking chair, and it appears to have been refinished, or either that or it's in fantastic original condition. And by vintage, I don't mean it's like 100 years old. It's less than 50, we'll say that. And they want $25 for it. It's pretty nice. If I had the room in my shop to refurbish furniture and flip it, I would love to do that. I just don't have the room. And quite honestly, I checked Facebook Marketplace for furniture pieces, and in my area, they just don't seem to do too good. But I would still like to do it. All right, well, they brought a new card out, and they had a whole bunch of vintage looking gauges of one type or another, so those are always worth looking up. I have found these before that were worth a lot of money. Bad news on the little Dimitas that's dated 1908. We found a chip in it that has a crack running from it, so that's got to go back on the shelf. We also found this crock lid. It's not actually a lid, it's a weight. People used to make their own fermented pickles and cabbages and sauerkrauts and stuff, and this is the weight that would hold things down in the brine. That's always missing. I don't know that it has much in the way of value, but it might. For $2.49, we're going to look it up. Then we also found this, a pressed flower piece of art. Those are all pressed flowers, and it's signed by Robin. And for $4.79, it's worth looking up. So let me look all this stuff up. I'm going to put the one little glass Dimitas up, and we'll see if there's anything here that's keepable. Folks, we had to leave out of that Goodwill. It just got way too crowded, way too fast for me. Just all of a sudden, it's like they opened the floodgates and here come all the people. I wasn't finding anything. Everything I'd put in my cart and looked up had to go back on the shelf. None of it was worth reselling online, and none of it would fit in my personal collection. They brought out a cart, a fresh cart, and that cart is what pretty much told me I needed to go be somewhere else. When they brought that thing out, it was like you threw 2 kernels of corn into a flock of starving chickens. And there really wasn't anything on that cart. There was a collection of flamingos, marked made in China, and there was a collection of ceramic bells from around the world. So that really wasn't my scene. I wasn't finding anything. And to get you guys a good video, we're going to go find us some lunch, and then we're going to go on to another thrift store in the next town over. So I'll see you when we get there. If I do stop for lunch, I'll let you know where I stopped and how the food was. All right, folks, we stopped to get us some lunch. There's about a 20 to 25 minute wait. And it's a little place that I've been wanting to try for years. It's right across the street from the Rogue Valley Mall here in Medford, Oregon. And it's called Luigi's Italian Sandwiches. There's always a crowd here. And I always want to stop in here and eat, but it's one of those tiny little places, and I always forget about it until I'm just passing through the neighborhood. Well, today I thought about it before I got here, so we whipped in here, we got us a sandwich ordered, and we're going to have us some lunch, and then we're going to move on to the next thrift store. And I'll let you know how this sandwich is here in just a bit. Well, Luigi's Italian Sandwiches. That was good. It was different. I've never had a sandwich like that. Here's the deal. I ordered the first thing on the menu, and I think they called it a garbage grinder. I ordered in a 6-inch. I'm hungry, but I'm not starving, and it hit the spot perfectly. I am pleasantly full without being over full, to the point where I want to go curl up somewhere and take a nap. The bread was crispy on the outside because they put it through the oven. Soft on the inside, but not so soft that it got mushy with all the ingredients they put on there. There was ham and a few other meats in there. It's the first time I've ever had a sandwich that wasn't a meatball sandwich that had marinara or pizza sauce on it. Lots of veggies. In fact, a little too much onion, but they're easily pulled off. But no lettuce. So I enjoyed the heck out of it. It was a little salty. Not gonna lie, it's very salty. But I like my food salty. And that was good. So I will definitely be going back to Luigi's. and try something different next time. I enjoyed that one, but you know, it wasn't like, you ever been to a restaurant and you try something and you're like, that's it, that's the only thing I'll ever eat from here again because it's that good. This was good. It was great, and I like the way they do things there, so I want to see what else they got. So if you're ever in Medford and you want something a little different for $11, less than $11, $10 and change. I mean, good God, the fast food places charge that much and more for cardboard and processed, good Lord knows what kind of mystery meat. So, but if you're ever in Medford, it's right across the street from the Medford Mall, the Rogue Valley Mall. In fact, I would almost suggest you park in their parking lot and then walk across the street to Luigi's. And give them a try. Tell them Junk Monkey sent you. And just like that, we are in the Central Point Goodwill. There is a cast iron sleigh. No, it's tacked well together. It's very modern. Hey, a pop. Whoopee.
I know there's a bunch of them right there. I didn't see anything that I was really excited about.
It's kind of crowded in here, folks, but I will bring you in when I find something. Folks, it is really crowded in here. I don't know what it is, but you get 10,000 square feet of a place, and half the people there all want to congregate in the same 10 square feet. It's just, yeesh. Anyway, the nightstand is for personal use. But we found this gorgeous brass lion pen holder mounted on, not marble, travertine maybe, but for $8, $9, we'll take it. And we run across this cast iron train, but as you can see, it has Phillip head screws holding it together. That is a dead giveaway for a modern reproduction. So back on the shelf it goes. Let's wade back into the craziness and see if we can't find something else to show you. All right, let's get a look at these lamps, see if there's anything. Ooh, there's a fiber optic lamp. At one time, these things were hot, as in popular. Let's put that in the cart. If I can get a hold of it with one hand. Let's put that in the cart. Well, there's no room in the cart because I got a nightstand in there. That thing has a built-in music thing. Anyway, we'll look that up. And if it's worth it, we will take it home. If not, we will put it back on the shelf. This big tall lamp is still here. That thing is cool. Let's see if I can find the price tag on it again. There it is, way up there. It's a blue price tag for $20. We will wait for Blue Week before we make a decision on whether or not we're taking that. There is, that's cool. All right, that, it's like an electric soup warmer tureen thing. It plugs in down there. That's cool. We're gonna look that up right now. Oh shoot. Neither the chicken tureen, soup tureen, or the fiber optic lamp are really worth picking up. Maybe the lamp if it goes on half off sale and it's still here. All right, we're gonna put this lamp back on the shelf and see what else we can find. Well, I took 2 steps and noticed this vase. It is absolutely gorgeous, and red tags are half off right now. So that would be $5.50 for that big decorative lamp with the beautiful flowers on it. Very 80s looking to me, but elegant 80s. It would be great in an antique mall. I am gonna keep finding stuff like this till I just talk myself into getting an antique mall. But we're gonna leave this one here and get back into the aisles and see what we can find. All right, folks, we have finished going the aisles. We're gonna come check the jewelry jars and then we'll check shoes and media. Let's see if any of these jars are worth getting. They're all $10 each. Let's see if we spot anything in the jars. Not seeing anything in that one. Plated, some wooden beads, some more plated stuff. I wish I lived in one of those areas where the jewelry jars almost always had something nice in them. Well, no such luck today. I'm gonna get a look at the shoes and the media. If we find anything, I'll bring you in. If not, I'll see you back at the shop. Would you thrift this set of coasters? I've got half of mine to buy that and take it home. Then again, Mrs. Monkey might kick me in the head if I do. But kind of cool. Normally when I find these things, they're always missing a few coaster sets, not this specific one. But yeah, would you buy it? Well, folks, that was quite the day we had. It's the next morning. I only brought home the one thing for resale, but it's a pretty nice item. It's a brass lion mounted on marble or, well, Mexican onyx maybe. Sometimes it's called travertine, sometimes it's a little pin holder. It's a great item. We're going to list it somewhere in the $50 range, turn on offers, and realistically, we'll probably get somewhere in the $30 range for it. Yesterday was not one of my better days outsourcing. Quite honestly, I almost scrapped this entire video. But I kind of made a commitment to myself that I was going to show you folks what it's really like out there doing what I do. Some days are just not that great. It happens. We didn't even get much in the way of work done around here in the shop. I was feeling a little off yesterday, a little under the weather, not sick or anything, just low on energy, just wasn't feeling anything. And by the time I got home, I was feeling even worse. So I just kicked my feet up and watched some TV until it was time to go to bed. But we did have some good sales come through of some items we recently thrifted. So tune in tomorrow to see what those are. And listen, I appreciate you guys going with me on these little adventures. I'm sorry this one didn't turn out to be a cart full of vintage greatness. But, you know, some days that's just the way it is. So thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate you. I hope to see you in the next one. So y'all come back now. You hear?